There were many times in my journey that it was very hard and I felt very alone. I was diagnosed at 16, but I really had my journey start at 6. I had asthma and later was diagnosed with acid reflux. At 16, when they diagnosed me, I had the lung surgeries, which eventually took out 25% of the right middle lobe of my lung. Right after that, I was on the 120 milligrams of prednisone for a while. Every time we tried to get off, it didn't really work. But when I did the first time get off it, I started fainting up to 11 times a day. So I ended up in a wheelchair. And that went away for a while and came back. As it came back, I had to go to college with that. And I used it on and off. When I could walk, I was doing well. Then I ended up having another lung surgery. While I was in college, I had to take a semester off my junior year. They had took out 10% of the left lower lobe of my lung. And then I went back to college. I ended up graduating on time, which was great. Currently, I'm doing okay. Actually, I'm doing pretty well. And part of that involves having a little trick, and that is, what I learned to communicate is I wear purple when I'm in pain, and so people know that I'm not feeling well that day, and we don't have to have a huge conversation about it. We don't have to talk about pain or necessarily all the things I'm going through, but that I might have a little bit of a short temper that day, or I might be upset or frustrated more easily, or even just like I just don't want to communicate a lot of things, or I just might want to be in bed that day because of how much pain I'm in. Just wearing the purple, they'll understand. The first vasculitis symposium that I went to was in 2008 in Minnesota, and while I was there, I met other patients that, had gone through a lot of experiences I had, and they were doing such great work that I decided I wanted to help in the best way that I could. So me and another patient that lived close to where I lived ended up creating a golf tournament in 2009, and it ran through 2013. I've also actually been allowed to give speeches about my experience with eGPA and my story across the country. I'm currently working with some of the other patient mentors, Vasculitis Foundation, especially with the young patients, to create a website, and that's really what I enjoy doing. I help as many people as I can. I'm helping running the young adults page online. On top of that, mentoring them throughout the year, and we also have a Facebook webpage for young adults to voice their concerns. And we're not just online. Our young adult group, or patients that have been diagnosed as young adults, also go to the symposiums. We get to meet with other patients that are the young patients or newly diagnosed patients, and they learn about current treatments that are coming through, research studies, the VPPRN. People ask why I do so much for the Vasculitis Foundation, and it's because I believe so deeply in what they're doing about their education, their awareness, and the research they help fund. And I think that leaves me with a great sense of hope, and hope is the one thing I hope to share with you.